Rachel, so nice to see you. But where's Josiah?
Surely such news reaches the ears of a tax collector. It's Ted Alcantara.
I hadn't heard. How did it happen?
He took sick several weeks ago. We all did. Nathan and I recovered quickly, but Josiah,
I'm sorry, Rachel.
he was your childhood friend.
Are you trying to tell me you can't pay your taxes?
He didn't work during that time. The doctor, the medicine, it all costs money.
Couldn't your son find any work?
That's cruel, Malchiah.
I suppose it is. Perhaps working alongside the Romans has hardened me. Would you say so?
Josiah was very concerned about you. You've changed since you were boys tending sheep together in the hills of Galilee.
Changed? Don't you mean I'm a traitor to Israel? Go on, say it. That's what everyone else says behind my back, isn't it? That's what Josiah used to say. Speak up, Rachel. What did you say?
I said it's true.
And you expect me to grant you a favor? Josiah was only concerned about me because he never had the money to pay his taxes.
Things have been hard.
Things have always been hard for Josiah. In fact, he still owed money from the last taxation. I was gracious enough to give him an extension. He had promised me that by the next time he'd have the money he owed in full. That's today.
He would have had no trouble paying the taxes. It would have been fair.
I would choose to ignore that comment for your sake. You do realize, don't you, Rachel? Your husband could have been a wealthy man. I offered him a position.
My husband was not interested in dishonest gain.
Enough! I have lost my patience with you. I need to get on with my business, and you need to get on with yours. I'll give you 30 days.
30 days? I can't possibly.
1 month, Rachel, or that crippled son of yours will spend time in prison until you do pay.
You wouldn't.
I have given you more time than I can spare. Next.
Hey! You carry him. Come on.
Please, can you give me some money? I wish I could. I wish so much that I could. Oh God of my fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you see my hopeless plight, hopeless situation of your people. The world is full of hate, misery, injustice, fear. All your people cry out for your help. You promised us a Redeemer. Please, Lord, send us the Messiah. Free us from the tyranny of Rome. Free us from the oppression of sin. There is a longing in the people's hearts, a longing to be free. There is a longing in the people's hearts, for life eternally, for sin
Treasure. Rachel! Rachel!
Please, Ada, why don't you come in?
I have some exciting news.
You always have exciting news,
Oh,
Ada.
but this is exciting. Where's Nathan?
Well, he's down at the marketplace. Oh, Tobias was kind enough to give him some work at his stand. Well, it won't bring anything close to what we need, but perhaps with the little I've been able to earn, maybe Mount Kaiser will give us an extension.
Oh, I have to see Nathan. I have to tell him the good news.
Ada, calm down. Have a seat.
Listen. There's a man coming to Bethany. Jesus is his name. I've heard of him before. I've told you.
You mean the one who calls himself the Messiah? The one who's been preaching and teaching from here to Galilee for the last 3 years?
And healing the sick, Rachel. The lame walk, the blind see.
Just the other week, I begged God to send us a Redeemer. There have been so many who've called themselves Messiah, yet we are still in the clutches of Rome's power.
I know you haven't believed in this Jesus before, Rachel. I know that you think his miracles are a trick of some sort. But Rachel, you need to sit down for this.
Ika, I am sitting down.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm just so excited. He raised a man from the dead, Rachel. Yes, I heard it from Shira. It happened a while ago in Bethany. What surprises me is that I haven't heard about it until now. It's more surprising as Shira hadn't heard about it until now either. She finds out things so much quicker than I do, and that's saying something.
Are you sure?
Yes, I don't know how she does it.
No, I mean about the man Jesus coming to Bethany.
Yes, of course. Shira said, this man, Lazarus is his name, is a good friend of Jesus, and he lives with his two sisters, Mary and Martha, right there in Bethany. Just a while ago, Jesus raised this man Lazarus from the dead. There's going to be a lot of people going to Bethany to see this man Jesus. And I'm sure there'll be a few there to see the man he raised from the dead. Can you imagine being raised from the dead, Rachel? Shira said he'd been dead for 4 days. 4 days, mind you. With my imagination, I couldn't fathom seeing someone come out of the tomb. And the smell. Rachel, are you listening to me?
He actually raised a man from the dead? The blind see. If I could take Nathan to see this Jesus, oh, Ada, thank you. As soon as Nathan comes home, I'm going to take him to Bethany. We'll go see this Jesus. Do you know how long he's going to be in Bethany?
No, but I'm going to find out.
Ada, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will.
You act as though you can see, girl.
I can see. I can see. Jesus healed my eyes, and now I can see.
Did I understand you correctly? Did you say someone named Jesus healed you?
Yes, he did. But wait, I recognize your voice. You were that woman who was so kind to me not so long ago.
I would have been much kinder if I had some money to give you.
Don't feel badly. Kind words are worth more than money.
Well, the least I could have done was invite you to my home and give you a roof over your head and something to eat. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I was so caught up with my own troubles, I couldn't think clearly.
Oh, it was fine. God supplied for my need. He sent someone along who took me to Jesus, and praise be to Jehovah, Jesus healed my eyes. But more importantly, he forgave my sins.
That's blasphemy. Only God can forgive sin.
But Jesus is who he said he is. He is the Son of God. I know because I haven't only seen him with my eyes. I've seen him with my heart. My eyes were blind, I could not see. Then Jesus spoke so tenderly.
slow today. Tobias couldn't pay me, but he gave me this instead.
It doesn't matter, Nathan.
It won't help pay the tax, Mother.
No, but something else will.
Mother, what's happened to you? What are you talking about?
If you could walk, you could find other work, something that would pay more money. Maybe Malkaja would give us an extension.
Walk? I've been like this since birth, and you... The fever must have come back.
No, Nathan, I don't have a fever. I was talking about Jesus, the man from Nazareth, the one that performs miracles that Ada's told us about.
You've been listening to Ada? Mother, you know how much she exaggerates.
This is true. A couple weeks ago, I met a blind girl. Today, I saw her again, and now she can see.
And this Jesus healed her?
Yes, she told me so herself. Nathan, he's coming to Bethany. He'll be so close. We have to give it a try. What harm can it do?
It'll take time away from work. It's a busier day in the marketplace, and the next day is the Sabbath, and I can't work then.
But if Jesus can heal the sick, make the blind see, the lame walk, the dead to rise from the grave.
The dead? Where did you hear that?
From Ada. Please, Nathan, come with me to Bethany. If the things we've heard about Jesus are true, why, he could make you walk. Then you could find another job, and when Malkaja sees what's happened to you,
We're probably sold into slavery instead of thrown into prison.
he's a difficult man, but I don't think he'd be that cruel. Please, Nathan, for my sake, come with me to see Jesus.
All right, Mother, I'll go. But I'm too tired to talk about it tonight. We'll go first.
What are you doing here? What is the meaning of this?
I've been sent to collect the money owed for your taxes, Matt.
But we were given 30 days. The time's not up yet.
I'm simply obeying orders. Please, give me the money and I will leave you in peace.
Mother, what's wrong?
It's all right, Nathan. I have only a small amount I was able to earn from some sewing. Please, take it and remind Malkaja that he gave us a month's time.
I was told to collect all of it. Take your son to prison.
No, you can't. You were there. You heard him say it.
Come with me, boy.
Oh, no! Can't you see he's a cripple? Oh, please, just give us one more day.
I'm sorry.
One more day.
I'm simply obeying orders.
No, come on, you can't do this.
Please. I was going to take him to see Jesus. He was going to walk.
Are you going to have your company?
Oh, Ina. Ina, you don't know how glad I am to see you.
I wasn't sure I should come.
The word has gotten around town already.
Well, Shira was right outside when it happened. Have you been able to see him?
Yes. I went over to the garrison this morning. Took him a blanket, some food.
Did they let you see him?
Yes, I was thankful for that. I hope they let him keep the blanket. You know, it was so cold and damp in there.
Have you been able to cry?
All night, Ada. All night.
I feel so bad about getting your hopes up about Jesus.
You had no way of knowing.
Is there anything I can do?
Pray for me, Ada. I'm going to try and get my courage up to go see Malkaja.
Well, that will take some courage. He's hard enough to deal with when he's in a good temper. And come to think of it, he never is.
There is one thing I'm thankful for. Nathan was able to make a friend, even in prison there. Is a boy about 3 years younger than him. His name is Matthew.
Oh, well, what's he in prison
Well, it
for?
seems he stole some food. He's awaiting trial. He'll probably be sold into slavery. Oh, Ada. Life seems so empty, so meaningless.
Matt,
I need you to help me with something.
What?
Shh. Quiet. I need you to help me escape.
Escape?
Quiet. Do you want to get us killed?
Do you want to get us killed? What are you thinking? We can't get out of here. And even if we could, they'd find us sooner or later.
Well, I've got a plan.
I don't think I want to be a part of it.
Look, I need you to help me walk back. I found a section of wall over here that was patched. Fortunately, they didn't do a very good job. I've been working at it with my brace.
Your what?
Well, it's a long flat piece of iron I have tied around my leg to help me walk. You know, there are some advantages to being crippled. Anyway, while you were working for the Romans today, I was working in here. In a couple more days, I'll have a space big enough for us to crawl through.
Why are you so anxious to get away? As soon as your mother pays her taxes, you'll be out of here.
It will take a miracle for her to have the money on time. Besides, Malkaji had me arrested 2 weeks earlier than he had said. I don't trust him.
What if the guards find out about your work?
They don't come in here. They just put the food through the door.
I don't like it.
Look, we have a window in here. That means it's an outside wall. It's perfect.
There's a guard posted outside each night.
Well, I know that, but I heard a couple of the guards talking. They're laughing about a guard named Julian. He's going to be watching the prison for the next 2 nights. The only thing is that he falls asleep all the time.
That's true. I've heard talk of him falling asleep, and he even almost got himself put to death for it, too. Nathan, what if the guards heard you scraping at the wall?
I was careful to watch for anybody outside.
What if they were talking about him as like it's a trap for us?
Well, that's a risk we're just gonna have to take. Are you with me?
I have nothing better to do.
Rachel! Rachel! I have the most wonderful news!
What? Has Nathan been released?
No, it's Jesus. He's here, Rachel. He's in town. He rode in on a donkey. Maybe he'd be willing to see Nathan.
Oh, Ada, do you think he would?
I don't know, but people, they line the streets. They cut down palm branches and they laid their cloaks on the ground as he rode by and they sang his praises. Listen.
On the stone.
We got it.
Shh, keep your voice down. You go on. If I get stuck, you can help pull me through.
You mean I'll be the first one to get caught?
Quiet! No one in sight. Go on.
He really does fall asleep.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Where is he?
Where's who? What are you talking about?
Your son, woman.
Nathan?
Your son!
You're the one who took him off to prison.
Look, I was simply obeying orders. Listen, the sooner we can find him, the better things will go for him.
I don't know what you're talking about. The last time I saw my son was yesterday morning at the garrison. I took him some clean clothes. I've not seen him since.
You had better not be lying.
I'm assuming he escaped.
Yes.
Praise be to Jehovah.
No, you will not be praising your God once we find him.
Please don't hurt him. He's just a boy. You can't blame him for wanting his freedom.
Do you have any relatives to whom he may have
No.
fled?
No, I have no family who would take him in.
Are there any friends whom he may be with?
I don't know.
Please, woman, would you tell me if you did?
Would you expect me to?
If you truly believe in your Jewish God, you may want to pray that we find your son soon, for his sake, and for yours.
I need to go into town and meet Ale.
You've decided to sell him that parcel of land near the cedar trees by the well?
Yes, he's offered a fair enough price. It's been good that Benjamin was interested as well. I'll get more than I anticipated.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
Yes.
There are two boys outside. They say they must speak with you immediately.
Oh?
Yes, and one of them looks very ill.
Send them in.
Quickly. I have business to attend to.
Yes, sir.
Well, who are you? What do you want?
They look famished.
I'm not accustomed to giving to beggars. You give to one and soon you have a whole legion of them at your door. What do you want? You boy, speak quickly.
Yes, sir. You are mine.
What? Speak up!
I am Nathan.
Nathan, my sister Rachel's son. Oh, I haven't seen you since you were 3 years old.
What is it that you want here?
We need your help.
Is your mother?
My mother's fine, but my father...
I will not have you speak of your father in my house.
He's dead, sir.
Dead?
Sir, please help us.
I was away looking for Nathan and came back to Jerusalem. The sky was dark as midnight and the ground started shaking. Rachel. What is it? Something happened to Nathan? No.
It's Jesus.
Jesus. He's been crucified.
What?
Up there in Golgotha. The place of the skull. How can that be? He said he was God. He can heal the sick. I'm so sorry, Rachel. I had such high expectations. I thought he was going to heal Nathan. I thought Nathan was God.
Let's go back to your house, Rachel.
tell me what happened that led to Jesus' crucifixion?
Oh, Rachel. It's been in Jerusalem. Let's see. The last time that I talked to you was on Monday morning, right after that soldier came and told you of Nathan's escape, and then you went out to look for him. Later on that day, Jesus went into the temple, and he overturned the tables of the money changers. He quoted Isaiah saying, "My house shall be called the house of prayer, but you have turned it into a den of thieves." And then he healed some people. Oh, Rachel, I shouldn't have told you about that part.
Well, I'm happy for those who were...
Needless to say, neither of those events made him popular with the priests and the scribes. They had him arrested, Rachel. One of his own disciples betrayed him into their hands. That's only the beginning. The soldiers, they mocked him. They even plaited a crown of thorns and beat it into his head. And then they ripped the beard right from his face. He was so mutilated that he couldn't be recognized. After Pilate had him scourged, he released a notorious criminal. You know, Barabbas, the one that was sentenced to die?
He released a robber and had Jesus crucified?
The people demanded it. After Pilate had him scourged, he washed his hands in front of everyone, saying that he was innocent of the blood of this just man.
Josiah always said that Pilate was a weak ruler, that he cared more for popularity than principle.
The people asked for it, even some that were singing Hosanna to him less than a week ago.
How can that be? Well, he had to be God. No one could perform miracles like that unless he were God.
I know. I know.
And yet, if he were God, well, then he would have had the power to defeat those who wanted to kill him.
He was powerful, Rachel. I heard that at the Garden of Gethsemane, the soldiers that came to arrest him fell like dead men just at the sound of his voice. And then one of his disciples was so angry he took his sword and he cut off the ear of the high priest's servant. That's not all, Rachel. Jesus healed the ear. He put it back on the man's face as if nothing had happened.
He would even have such love for someone who wanted to crucify him?
Oh, Rachel, he had such love. Such love for those who treated him so disdainfully. Even while he was dying on the cross, he said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." I have never experienced anything like it.
I guess it's over. My hopes of Nathan ever walking.
Rachel, I am so sorry.
Doesn't matter. The important thing now is just to find him. Just to know that he's safe.
Well, Rachel, you're one of the last persons I expected to see here this morning. Have you finally come to pay your taxes? Or are you prepared to tell us where that son of yours is hiding?
I don't know where my son is.
I presume you have brought the money you owe in full. Otherwise, you're wasting my time.
Your name means God is king. But you don't worship the true God. Your God is money, greed. It is no secret in Jerusalem that you charge 4 to 5 times what is required so you can fill your own money bag.
You're a bold woman, Rachel. But if you intend to ask me to extend your time, I suggest you stop right there.
Please, just let me find my son first. Then I promise you I'll pay the tax with interest.
An empty promise. Josiah promised the same then.
And if he had lived, he would make good on that promise as God allowed.
You would have had plenty of time to come up with the money if you had spent your time working instead of looking all over Judea for that son of yours.
I'm a mother. Besides, I planned on taking him to see Jesus.
Who?
Jesus, the man from Nazareth, the one who could perform miracles.
That malefactor we crucified over 3 weeks ago?
He was not a criminal. He was the Son of God.
Son of God? That's blasphemy, Rachel. And you have the audacity to say I have forsaken the God of our fathers.
I was going to take Nathan to see him. Nathan was going to walk.
Forget this, Jesus. The man's dead and buried.
Oh, he's not dead, Alcatraz. He rose from the grave.
Ha! You believe that ridiculous story? The guards fell asleep. The disciples came and stole the body from the tomb.
So our leaders would have us believe. But if that were true, with such an important tomb to guard, why weren't those soldiers punished? Think about it now, Kaija. There have been those who have seen him alive. I know one of them.
It doesn't matter now anyway. That son of yours is probably dead.
If he is, then his blood is on your hands.
He would still be in that prison if he hadn't escaped.
Would he? Or would you have sent him to the galleys by now?
That is a strong accusation, Rachel. I'm a man of my
Oh,
word.
are you? You said we had 30 days, but you had him arrested 2 weeks early.
I have been more than patient with you. But for Josiah's sake, I will give you yet 4 more weeks. That's final. No more requests for time. If you do not have the money you owe in full, in 4 weeks, I'm going to take everything you have, Rachel, including your home.
My mistress was out earlier this evening, but I will go see if she's returned.
Thank you. Jerusha?
Jerusha is not here. And if she were, I would forbid her to speak with you.
Please, I know there's been a wall between our families ever since.
Since your sister married a Samaritan.
I had nothing to do with building that wall.
Neither did I. It was your husband that built that wall. And it's your husband that must tear it down.
But he can't. He's dead.
Then I must ask you to leave immediately.
Please, just tell me this one thing. My son Nathan, he's been missing for weeks. Just tell me if you've seen him. Please.
I said you must go!
When his father and I were ill, I told him where he lived. I told him if anything should happen to us, that he should come to you in Jerusha for help. I hadn't dared to think that he would come now. It's taken me weeks to get the courage to come here. Please!
Go!
Rachel, I have some exciting news to tell you.
I'm sure you do, Sharon.
Have you heard the news?
No, but I have a feeling you will.
Rachel, you know that man Jesus who died on the cross? Well, he ascended to heaven. Yes, it's true. Rachel! There's some exciting news. Dana, I already told her.
Sure, I've been waiting for hours up at my house.
Well, you can't always be first, Dana.
Did she tell you what happened? No.
I was about to before I saw rudely interrupted.
Rudely interrupted? Somebody tell me.
Well, he was talking to his disciples, and then all of a sudden, he just vanished in the clouds. Why did you have it? He was seated at the right hand of the throne of God. And he was.
No, don't worry, Rachel. He's coming back. He's coming back.
How do you know that?
Because 2 angels told the men that were watching. This same
back someday, but what am I to do now? What am I to do until then? I prayed for help. Yet I'm helpless. I longed for hope. And all still, it just seems so hopeless. I asked for a Redeemer and I've not been delivered. What I needed is a light in the darkness. I never had the chance to see your son Jesus when he was here on earth. I came so close. So close. I thought he was that light, the answer to my problems. I thought Nathan would. I have nowhere else to look, no one else to whom I can turn. I came so close to seeing Jesus face to face. I've not really seen him with my heart. Not in the way the blind girl was talking about. Not the way Ada's come to know him. Yes, I believed he was sent from you. I believed he could do miracles. But I was waiting for him to do something miraculous, just for me. I was more concerned with Nathan being healed than I was with the eternal. I wanted redemption from Rome, redemption from my problems. What I really need is redemption from my sin. I've been so angry with you, God, so angry that you allowed these things to happen. I've had such hatred in my heart towards Malchijah, such bitterness toward that soldier. Yet I cannot forgive them. Not until I have your forgiveness. Oh Lord, even though I can't see your son Jesus here on earth, I know that he is the Son of God. I know that he came to give his life for me, to die as my substitute. Oh Lord, I acknowledge my sin. I ask Jesus to come into my heart and be my Savior. Lord, you can see my son wherever he is. I desire more than anything for Nathan to come to know you as I have, to see you with his heart. Whether you see fit to ever heal him or not, please let him see his need of you as a Savior. Isn't it?
Yes.
Strange. It's been such a long road. Yet it seems like just yesterday that Nathan. Please, may I get my veil?
Yes. You may take with you whatever you are able to carry.
Thank you. This home, modest as it is, has been in my husband's family for generations. Malchijah thinks he's hurting me by forcing me from it. But it's not been a home. Not for what seems like a very long time. Without my husband, my son. Yet I have peace from God. I know He will take care.
I will. We'll wait outside. You! So you've been captured at last! with me, boy.
Nathan! Oh, please. Please, just let me have a few moments with my son before you take him away.
Let me go, please. In the house, where I can see all of you. All of you, inside!
Jerusha,
You walk.
you walk on, Nathan. Oh.
We have only a short time, and then the two of them must go with me.
When we have finished our conversation, I would love to go with you.
I will decide that after we are through talking.
Very well.
Jerusha, you don't know how my heart has ached for you these 10 years just to see you, to talk with you. I know. But I don't understand. When I came to your home, you wouldn't let me see Jerusha. You told me nothing of my son.
Allowed the animosity between myself, Samaritan, and your husband, a devout Jew, to rule in my heart. The wall that your husband built was strong. I was not yet ready to tear down that wall. I had not yet decided whether I was going to return your son to you or turn him over to the Roman. And I had not yet accepted the Christ.
Jesus? You know him as well? Yes, just a few days ago I saw Jesus with my heart. I asked him to be my Savior. We all have done the same. Oh, Nathan.
I have a prideful and stubborn streak in me. It took me longer to accept Christ as the Messiah than it did some others. The very day that you came to our home, Jerusha saw him. He is indeed risen from the dead. It is this Christ that has torn down the wall that existed between our families.
Oh, I'm so thankful for that. Did you know that he ascended into heaven? We hadn't heard. Yes, but he's promised to come back for all of us who believe in him.
We must be going soon.
Oh, please, just let me have a few moments with my son.
Yes.
Nathan, tell me, when were you healed?
Today,
Today?
just shortly before you saw me.
Speak the truth, boy. The way you ran, that's not possible.
Yes, sir, it is.
As we were passing by the temple, there was a man named Peter. He was one of Jesus' closest disciples. People were coming to him. He was praying and asking for God's healing. Nathan decided to risk being recognized.
God has answered my prayers. I will praise the Lord Jehovah forever.
And I brought enough money to pay any debts that this woman may owe. Those of the boy as well, and some extra for for the difficulties that they've caused you.
Then you may go with us.
I understand.
I'm gonna be adopted.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm finally going to have the child I've desired for so long.
Before we go, sir, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
What do you think of this Jesus?
Sir?
You've seen the miracle of the boy's healing. You've heard the witness, those who have witnessed his rising. You've seen the difference that he's made in our family. Surely you must have an opinion.
I'm a soldier. It is not up to me to make such judgments.
I realize that as a soldier you must simply obey orders, but in matters of the heart, you must think for yourself. Were you at his crucifixion?
I was a part of it.
Sir, we were all a part of it. It was our sins that nailed him to that cross.
But this salvation is of the Jews. I am a Roman.
I am a Samaritan, hated by the Jews because of my Assyrian heritage. And yet Christ has forgiven me.
My leader, a centurion, he said of this Jesus of Nazareth that he was the Son of God. Those words have troubled me ever since. I will consider what I have seen and heard.
Consider them quickly, sir. The life of a Roman soldier is uncertain. None of us have the promise of tomorrow, but we all can have the assurance of eternal life. We should go.
Oh, Rachel, you should see what's happening in the temple! I think I'm going to come back tomorrow.